Morning all.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I came up with this topic fear, and we'll see how externally or internally how the fear affects in our life, in our body, and how we can handle. Yeah, we'll start. Fear, it is an emotion. Everyone knows, like it is a emotional, natural emotion that responds to the predictive threat, and how exactly our body or brain process the fear or danger, and also we see what is short-term fear and what is long-term fear, and how long-term fear converts into worries and how it affects in our body. Yeah, having said that, this is a brain, and there is a small one brain called amygdala, which which senses the fear. Of course, there are five senses. We can sense fear with our eyes, nose, every five senses, and that information first reaches to this brain, amygdala. Then what happens? Heartbeat raises. Of course, when I was coming here, that was happening with me. Heartbeat raises, we start sweating. The heartbeat raises means the BP shoots high, breathing, the breathing increases high. Then also the blood flows very fast. The breathing increases high because I try to pull out more oxygen from the environment, try to put it in our blood so that it can flow throughout our body. When we are really feared, we can see our face red because the blood is flowing. The body color changes to pale. Next, we'll see how exactly the process happens. So the amygdala is a brain which senses the danger or fear. Then it goes into hypothalamus, and from there it starts secreting some hormones. Those hormones are adrenal and cortisol. Adrenal, it is something responses very quickly, and sometimes this is also good form of I can say it is good form of hormones, because even when we play sports, there also we start sweat, heartbeat raises, everything happens. But the reason for secreting such hormones is because of motor cortex. There is one more brain which reacts to the physical activity, and amygdala reacts to the emotional. So suddenly when we fear, we get a sweat. That is okay, that is good, that is actually preparing our body to fight or flight response. But when the fear is staying in our life or in our body for longer time, it starts releasing the cortisol. Cortisol is not a good hormone, it's a bad hormone. We'll see further how exactly it affects in our body. So at the first instance, fear is actually the reacting to the fear or danger at that instance is actually a good thing, where body is getting prepared for fight or flight responses. But if the fear continues in the mind for a long term, then it turns to the worry. In worry, we have so many health issues. Long term of adrenal. This one is we, of course, our at least our mobile phones we can charge, we can discharge according to the, but body, it cannot be charged as quick as any devices. It takes certain time, and mind constantly gets alertness, anxiety, panic attacks, and also we face difficulty in sleeping. Even in the sleep, we start thinking, worrying about the problems what we have faced. Next, long-term cortisol. This is also more or less same, but here we have some more complexity to our bodies. That is blood pressure. Also, we can there is a possibility of getting diabetics, and the metabolism reduces, and we also increase our weight. So many problems are there. And also there is anxiety, depression, that is common. Our bones, the strengthening of bone comes reduces, and we also face the insomnia, that is lack of sleep. So many problems. It leads to a life so miserable that inherently affects our skin, our hair, our entire body. If we are suffering with these problems for at least 1 or 2 years, definitely we see a drastic change in our life. Now, we'll see how to handle this. First, understanding the fear. Of course, fear, a danger depends upon situation to situation, place to place. If it is something accidental, yeah, that is again a sort of fear. We get injured and there is a proper treatment. We have to take a proper treatment. That process is something different. If we are suffering with something mental fear, then we have to go through some steps. We have to understand what is fear. Fear is nothing. It's something. Indirectly, we can say fear is something where we are failing and we are learning from the fail and we are stepping over it. And actually, fear, it is a signal. It's not a stop sign. We have to overcome that one and start moving our life. Absorb the fear. It loses power over you. Yeah, of course. Initially, at the initial stage, fear looks very big. Our confidence level looks very small. Over the perseverance, slowly the fear comes down and our confidence gains more. As our moderator said, it's a muscle memory. When we start continuously reacting to the situation, putting ourselves into the process of that overcoming the fear, then instead of not only in our mind, even our muscle also, we come over it. Next. Practical ways of overcoming fear. Yeah, face it gradually, start small steps. Sudden there is anything happens when you are when you suddenly feel there is something, a panic attack, then take a breath, small breath. So here one shade is there. And also you can do a positive self-talk. We see whenever we see this the famous athlete, sports person, Cristiano Ronaldo. So whenever he enters into the ground, he always starts speaking to himself very loudly. Maybe in any of the game you might have seen. So he continuously motivates himself. So instead of fearing about the how he performs, he only concentrates on his performance. Self-talk gives a very good advantage at that time, and visual successful handle it. So what are other strengths where we can bring internal to our life to fight with our fears? So we have meditation is there. We have mindfulness, wellness programs are there. We can attend self-discipline, exercise, and also we have to put some good habits where good habits, when you are fear, your habits are there, get into that habits and work according to your habits. Your fear, you will sometimes you may forget when you are deeply involved into your habits, and learn from your setbacks, stepping stones. Keep company with the positive people. Next. Of course. I'll spend some time here. So this is a famous quote from Bhagavad Gita. Karmanya vadhikarasya ma phaleshu kadachana. Karmanya phalite mathu es sangotsami. Okay. Before this, I'll go one yug before. That is Treta Yuga, where Ramayana, the epic history happened. So that Ramayana is very simple. It's not like that big like Mahabharata. Rama is supposed to become a king in a few minutes or few hours. Suddenly, father comes and tells you have to go to exile because I have given some Vardhan for his wife Kaikeyi. And then he goes for 14 years of exile. 13 years he enjoys. But in the 14th year, Ravana comes, kidnaps Sita, goes, and Rama goes, fights, bring back. Now we'll try to analyze step by step. So when Marich is a demon. So when he turned into a golden deer and entertained Sita, and he took Rama along with him, and Rama, before going, he told Lakshmana, stay with Sita, don't come, I'll take care about the deer, I'll get it. And again, when Marich was killed, while dying, he shouted very loudly, Sita, Lakshmana, and with the voice of Rama. And again, when Lakshmana said that it might be a trick from the demon, still Sita didn't agree. She told like, go and search Rama and come. Then he will draw Lakshman Rekha, he goes, but unfortunately Ravana comes in other way. So in that complete Ramayana, Rama only at one instant he tells like, why did you come? Why did you leave Sita? That is only one. He never ever in complete Ramayana he didn't say like, because of we are in this situation. No, it has not come. Even when only two people, Ravana and Lakshmana, when two people went in search of Sita, only because of the character of the Rama, because Rama, he always never he never thought what is happening with me. He always lived in the present life. He always thought this is something is in my fate. According to my fate, I am going and on traveling in my life. So he goes he goes in search of Sita with only two people, but and he'll come to know like Ramana is something a very big. He's a Brahma. He's a most powerful person. How I can? He didn't thought how I can fight with him. He went. He just met one Ravana Sena, and he has did the good thing. Then with that they got impressed, and complete that complete Rama Sena, Vanasena went and fought that Ramayana and came back. The Sita and Lakshmana also never asked like, why did you cross? They never lived or never discussed anything about the past, what happened wrong. So yeah, we can interpret the same thing with this is also here also the sloka. Most of them has explained this sloka some in wrong way. What they say like you do your deed, don't worry about the results. Actually, that is not the correct. When we do something, definitely there will be a result, but the result will be according to your karma. That is what the meaning of the sloka. Yeah. And going further, I'll explain one more use case. Maybe I'll not take most complicated examples because it might disturb the emotions. Let us assume your salary is something 80,000, and unfortunately or luckily you got 20,000 extra in that month. So when you got 80,000 plus 21 lakhs, 20,000 you got extra, and suddenly you decide, okay, you are very happy, and you decided to go for a trip with a family. Then suddenly you scroll on mobile, you'll book some beautiful resort in a hill station, and he says that within 5,000 you'll get a very lavish stay. You have a poolside pool that is from there you can view complete valley, mountain valley. It's a beautiful one. Food, everything is free, but you have to pay 5,000 in advance, and you'll pay, and you'll start the next day morning. You start to that resort with your family. So resort is about to 10 kilometers. Before that, your car tire punctures, and hardly you will not have any signals. Anyhow, after struggling for 1 or 2 hours, you'll go to one place. There you'll find a signal, and you'll call that person, the mechanic, puncture guy. He'll come. He'll charge 3,000 rupees for it. Okay, still one puncture is almost 100 or 200 rupees. But here you are supposed to pay because you have no option there. Then you pay 3,000, you'll repair it, and you'll go to the hill station. And there, unfortunately, again your battery gets spoiled. Your vehicle again gives a trouble. You'll exchange a battery for 8,000 something like that. Again, next, then you'll search for that resort, and you'll look it in the Google. Unfortunately, that person who has grabbed 5,000, he tricked you, and you have taken that amount. And you don't have any other option. You will check it in any other hotel, one or two. So here the overall scenario is actually in your fate you have only 80,000, but 20,000 it has come in one or other way. With that you want to enjoy, but that is not happened. So in this complete duration, when you check into the hotel, you will not enjoy the environment. Actually, you went to enjoy the environment, you will not enjoy, because you completely focus on the things, bad things, what happened. Okay, so 80% of happiness is there in your hand, but we are not enjoying the 80%. We are only, our complete brain is thinking about the 20%. But in our fate, we have only 80%. Only the 20% extra came and went. But it has given some beautiful lessons. What are the lessons? We need to keep a step in our, we have to be prepared for anything. So everything we have to prepare for that. So these are the lessons it has given with the 20,000. So we don't see, if I say like only 80,000 in my fate, if I don't think this one, if I think like 20,000 is also my hard earning money, then definitely it brings a sorrow, irritation, everything in our life. So what overall is, so whatever the life is happening, it happens according to our karma, our dharma. So whatever, even our salaries are like 1 lakh or 2 lakh. Yeah. So even this is only 20 to 30% our lives are 20 to 30% our incomes are not because of what we are earning. We have done some bad deeds, so because of that we are paying that 20 to 30% of earning to our bad deeds what we have done in our past things. Okay, so and fear only comes when we don't expect the things happen to us. Sometimes if the expectations is exceeded, then it goes to desire, then it goes to what is that word? Great. Thank you. So that one. So always keep our lives simple, expect minimum, and always be ready for the failures. Whenever the failure happens, think that is something, is a lesson to our life, and take that one as a lessons learned. So fear, don't fight fear, transform it into fuel to courage and move on. That's it. Thank you.
Wonderful. So how many of you seen, before sending, just wait for a minute, how many of you have seen fear